Alright, we should be starting here shortly. If you're watching the replay, then you get to see the pre-show. Oh, it looks like we just switched over to 9 o'clock and we're starting to get some viewers, so that's good news. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Alright, so my name is Deanna Nichols. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond, and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time we have this 30-minute video event called Essential Oils Are Not Magic Beans. And they are not magic beans, but they are pretty darn awesome. And so the reason I began to call this event that is because I would talk to people. I've been doing this as a business now for, gosh, going on 5 years almost. And a lot of times I'll talk to people and they really don't want to make any sort of lifestyle changes. They just want to sprinkle a little essential oil on it and keep on with their bad habits. And essential oils will help you. But if you want to get the best results, it is part of a wellness lifestyle. And that's really what has been life-changing for me. I started using the oils 6 years ago last month when somebody shared the oils with me via Facebook. And I was struggling with some digestive issues for about 4.5 months. They shared a sample of our DigestZen blend with me. And in 3 days, I saw such great relief that I knew that I needed to become a wholesale doTERRA member so I could get the oils at the best price possible if my husband was not going to divorce me for buying them. So I asked the person who shared with me what oils I needed, and she told me to get started with a starter kit so I could get a free wholesale membership to doTERRA and get all the best prices, get all of the education and support, and also participate in doTERRA's loyalty rewards program, which is where you get the best prices and deals. So the first level of awesome pricing is wholesale customer. Wholesale customers are eligible to participate in the loyalty rewards program, and that gives you an additional 10 to 30% back in free products. And so I knew that that would help me to be able to sell using the essential oils to my husband. So I started using them, and I literally had so much life-changing things happen to me that it was unbelievable. If you have not seen my video about it, then I'm happy to share it with you if you want to send me a message. But I began almost 1.5 years later sharing the essential oils with my family and friends, and now we have a nationwide team of people all over the country and actually all over the world who are using the essential oils. And we have a VIP members only Facebook group where we hang out and share our stories and ideas and questions with each other, and it's just an awesome community. Right now my husband and I are actually traveling in our RV all over mostly the eastern and central US, visiting our teams. And if one of you guys who can hear me would just comment and let the other people know how they can get their volume to work. They have to click on the video for the volume to play. They just need to click on it again. So we're traveling all over the US and just visiting all the people that are our Oil Shares VIP members. Why is everybody saying they don't have any sound? Does anyone have sound? Okay, Deanna can hear me, so that's good. All right, so if somebody can just make a comment for those that don't have sound, you can share how they just need to click on the video and it'll start playing the sound. So it's just really fun for us to visit all of our Oil Shares VIPs and help them to make sure they're learning how to use their oils, meet them in person. Even some are wanting to learn about the business opportunity that doTERRA has, and we're offering that as well. Okay, so what we're going to talk about tonight is one of the specific starter kits, which is called the Emotional Aromatherapy Diffused Kit. It's a really long name. This particular kit is 20% off during the month of November. 20% off. Now, I have to tell you that since I've been in doTERRA for 6 years, they have never discounted the starter kits before. This is the only time I've ever seen this happen, so this is pretty awesome, and I seriously doubt it's going to happen again anytime soon. So pay attention, because this is a really awesome time to get started in doTERRA. Now, for those of you who are here, we do a weekly gift drawing, and how you can enter the drawing is you must follow the directions, okay? Here's what you do. If you are on Magic Beans for the first time, you've never been on the Magic Beans video before, ever, and also you are not a wholesale doTERRA member. If you meet both of those qualifications, please comment and say, I am a guest of and tag the person who invited you. Okay? If you don't do that part, it doesn't enter you in the drawing. Okay? The reason why is we want to make sure that you're connected back to the person that invited you here. If nobody invited you, you just saw like an advertisement on Facebook, or you just like the page, then just say, I am a guest of the page, okay? And then I'll contact you and make sure that you get some goodies from me, okay? Cool deal? But everybody who enters, doesn't matter who invited you, will be entered to win a 5 milliliter bottle of wild orange, and that's this size bottle right here. It's the same size of bottles that are in this kit, okay? So a lot of our oils come, I don't even think, let me see if I have a full size. I'm sure I do. Yeah. So, a lot of our kits, most of our kits come with 15 milliliter bottles, and this one is 5 mil. Okay, and that's because these oils are very, very special. They were especially designed for emotional benefits. But I'm gonna go a little deeper and let you know there's like way more uses to these oils than what you may think. Okay, so we're gonna talk about them a little bit tonight. If you hear me say the word oil, hit your heart button. Okay, I want to count how many times I say oil during this event. It'll be like a little game. Okay, the other thing is if you have any cool ideas as we talk about the oil, then please comment. We can learn from each other. Also, if you're new or just got your oils recently and you have questions about these products, please post them and I'll try to answer your questions. So that way we can be interactive and I can make sure that we're talking about what you want to talk about. Cool? All right, Maureen. Maureen looks like she wants to win some wild orange because she is on here and she entered properly and she even mentioned her inviter. So very, very cool. Excelente. Okay, let's start with the first oil, which I'm actually diffusing. So this particular kit comes with a really awesome diffuser that is brand spanking new. It just came out. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to try not to break it and spill it as I show it to you. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I want you to see it in motion and in action. Okay, so here is the new Lumo diffuser. Oohing and awing should be taking place. This is where you can use your little wow emoticon. Ooh, a new diffuser. Okay, so it's really pretty and it has this wood grain which makes it look really professional. It has really awesome lights. So this light button, you can click on it and it will change the colors of the lights. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, and of course if you don't want lights you can just turn it off completely, but that's boring unless you're sleeping. So very, very awesome. I'm feeling right now that we should be using red. Does it have red? Did I miss red? Oh, I wanted red. Okay, we'll call that red. I think that's more like orange. But we're going to talk about the first oil, which is red. And there's a 2-hour, 5-hour, and 10-hour setting on here. So it'll run for 10 hours. And that's really awesome because when you're lazy, like me, as far as like, I'm not lazy about everything. I don't like to spend a lot of time messing with stuff. Okay? So I don't want to have to change out my diffuser every 4 hours. And the one I've been using is like a 4-hour diffuser and I ain't got time for that. So this really is good for me. Okay, so let's talk about Passion Oil, which is the first one that comes in this kit. Okay, Passion Oil is called the Inspiring Blend, and I'm going to look here and read some of the oils that are in here. So first of all, there's Cardamom in here. Cardamom is, it's in here to help with feelings of confusion. Okay, raise your hands if you've ever had feelings of confusion. Yeah, that happens. Cinnamon. Cinnamon's in here because it's stimulating and warming. And it's an oil that helps you feel safe. It helps you feel confident about your physical appearance. Okay. Ginger is in here because it helps with physical energy and love. And clove is here for protection and courage. Okay. So this kit was designed, again, like I said, for emotional benefits. But the cool thing is that those oils, those spice oils like ginger and cinnamon and clove, those are all really, really high anti-cootie oils, if I may say it that way. So if you're trying to deal with microbes that are in the air or on surfaces, then, or in your body, then while you're diffusing this blend, which is actually the one I'm diffusing in here right now, you're actually going to be taking care of the cooties as well. And I don't know about you, but when my home is germ-free, I feel safe and protected and grounded. So this really helps you to feel stability in your life. And in order to feel your basic stability, you need to know that your needs like your food, water, shelter, safety, all those things are taken care of. That's like the basic needs. And also like letting go of fear and just feeling like you can just be you and be safe. And when those needs are met, then you don't have worries. When you're struggling in this area, you may have anxious feelings. You may have fears, you may have nightmares, you may be worrying about things constantly and thinking the worst about situations, feeling like people are trying to attack you and get you. And this is just a really good oil to apply to the base of the spine, okay, or even the bottoms of the feet. But it also helps with physical support as well. So areas where this can help in your physical body would be your colon, your bladder, lower back. I will tell you, I do this a lot, is I will have, I've been struggling. I don't know, some of you may not know my story, but I recently was in a severe head-on collision. Somebody hit me head-on a few months ago. And I have a broken foot, and so I've been sort of walking off balance for a long time now. And the more I walk like that with my boot on, it puts my hips out of balance and my back starts to hurt and my lower back starts to get these spasms. And I can use things that I would typically use like Aromatouch and Deep Blue and things like that. But what I found is that a lot of times I just need passion oil on my lower back. Now think about that, okay? Somebody who's recently had a massive car accident, their life-changing event happened. Do you think they might be struggling with some anxious thoughts and feelings? Maybe they're struggling with some fears, not feeling safe. So it's interesting how the emotional and physical kind of go together. The other thing is that when you're really in need of this oil, you can have problems with your legs and your feet. I think that's really funny because I have been craving this oil lately like crazy. I've been taking it, putting it in my palms, rubbing it all through my hair. I like to put it on the outer part of my ears as well. I just want to smell it a lot. So even when I don't have a diffuser nearby. And it's just funny because I have a broken foot. I have this disruption in my feelings of safety, and so it's an oil that my body's craving. Also for men, it can help with supporting a healthy prostate. So those are all really great reasons to use passion oil. Now, why diffuse it though? Okay, so the reason why we inhale essential oils is because they have a huge, powerful effect on the brain. When we smell the essential oils, they're aromatic compounds, okay? When we smell them, they affect a part of our brain called the amygdala, which has a huge impact on our emotions. And so when you're in the proper emotional state, you can deal with things better. So this class is called Oils Are Not Magic Beans. So it's not going to take away your problems, but it can help your mind to shift in how you look at them. So I'm having problems right now. I'm having lots of problems right now, okay? But how I react to those problems and how I handle those problems can have a huge impact on my emotional and physical wellness. And this oil is very helpful. Okay. I just want to make sure if I missed any questions here. Yeah, people, don't forget to say I'm a guest and who invited you in your comment. My boss is always confused. Share some passion with your boss. Although that could be misread if they don't understand what it's for. Maybe just diffuse it at work. Okay, so no questions so far. If you guys have questions or comments about how you use this oil, please share them. Where it is best to apply? Oh, I think I answered that. So the base of the spine or bottoms of the feet is a good place. Of course, I like to smell it, so I like to put it up near my face. Okay, let's go to Motivate. All right, so Motivate is called the Encouraging Blend. And by the way, I'm cheating and looking. I always have to remember which oils are in the blend because I don't have them all memorized. And look at the writing on here. Yeah, that's for people that are under 40. Okay? Not me. So I can't read that. So I'm using this really awesome book. It's called Modern Essentials. And it has all the oils in here and like tons of info about how to use them. So I'm using that as a reference here so I can remember which oils are in each blend. And that's another important thing to tell you is I love our single oils, and the thing is when you're new, you don't have all the single oils. I don't even know how many we have. We have a ton of single oils like lemon and lavender and melaleuca and all that stuff, but you may not start out with all of those. And so having the blends is very cool because there's lots of oils inside the blend that you can benefit from. Ooh, am I saying oils a lot? I'm getting lots of hearts. Either that or everyone loves me super, super a lot. And so if you're wondering, like, do I have an oil that will help me with this or that? Well, right before the call, I decided to heat something up on the stove. I don't know if you can see my arm. Right there. That mark on my arm is where the edge of a really hot pot touched my arm, and there's a big, long burn. And so I was sitting here thinking, if all I had was the Emotional Aromatherapy Diffused kit, what oil would I use? And I looked and saw that the Peace Blend had a lot of really soothing oils in it and also console. And so when you look at the oils in the blends, you might have something that you can use without having that single oil. I'll tell you, it's really red right now, which it doesn't look that red in this light, but that line right there has gone way, way down. It was really raised and it's a lot flatter. So I may keep applying those two oils to see what happens. So let's talk about Motivate, the orange one. Okay, so this oil is a really good place to apply. This oil is like the pelvic area, so the pelvic bone to just below the navel. Great place to apply it topically. Of course, you want to inhale it and you want to put it in your diffuser. Okay, I feel like I should change the color of my diffuser to orange. Is that a little too much? I probably don't need to do that. This will be an hour class instead of 30 minutes. The oils that are in here: peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu. Yeah, I don't even know what yuzu is. Yuzu has been used, blah, 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 to warm the body and improve circulation. It has a warming influence and helps improve focus and concentration. Did not know that. It has a Melissa. Melissa is a power hitter oil. So if you don't have Melissa, which FYI is like $135 for a bottle this size, you can get Melissa right in here, right in this package here. Rosemary is also in here. So I'm just telling you off the top of my head that there's some really good breathing, or not breathing is not what I'm trying to say. If you have respiratory cooties, this could be really good if you're dealing with the kind of cooties that usually happen in the fall and winter. Okay, there could be some stuff in here that can help you and Motivate. So let's talk about Motivate a little bit. It's the encouraging blend, and it helps you to have the courage to move forward with confidence and strength. Okay, now that's because my phone just did something funky. Hold on a second. My other phone. I have to have two phones to do this event. So this oil will help you with feelings of wellness, abundance, pleasure, and joy. Okay? It helps the areas of the body where you have your creativity and where you create from. Where do we create from? Any thoughts? We create from our reproductive organs, which are housed in the pelvic area. Good place to put this oil. So think about the things that are located there. Okay? So we're talking about, let's see, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Anything that has to do with sexual function, okay? So your reproductive organs are located in that area. Also, it has to do with people who are struggling with addictions. And there's been a lot of evidence that shows that other oils that have orange labels have been used in that way as well, inhaling the oils. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that there's a confusion in your pleasure system. It's like you're trying to get pleasure from the wrong things, and you become addicted to those senses of pleasure. And so we can get pleasure from the natural ways that our body was made to have pleasure, without introducing foreign substances that are harmful to our bodies. And we can also get great pleasure from using our creativity. Just kind of getting back to playing, you know, like back when we used to do things because they were fun and not because somebody was judging us on our abilities so much. As adults, a lot of times we forget that, you know, whatever profession we went into. So I'll give a personal example. So I'm in the profession of essential oils, right? And I got into this to help people because the essential oils really helped me a lot with my physical health and absolutely just revolutionized my life. And I started sharing doTERRA because I was passionate about that. But years down the road, it's really easy to get caught up in like, how's my essential oil business doing? And like, am I really on track? Like, this person's been in for only 3 years and they've reached this level. And what does the company think of me, and getting caught up in all of the like performance part of it instead of the love of what I'm doing. And it's really easy to get caught up in that. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret about oils that are orange. I know that we talked about like the colon and stuff with passion, but I have found too that when you have lower GI issues, that this oil is thebomb.com. So if you have trouble, if you need a little motivation to get things moving, this is a really good one. If you need a little motivation to have the sexual excitement in your life and intimacy in your life, this can be a good oil. Or if you really just want to have the focus to kind of get up off the couch and stop watching 9 seasons of The Walking Dead when you should be folding laundry. Those are all good reasons to diffuse motivate. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about cheer. I love this oil so very much. This oil is a really good one to put in the solar plexus area, which is like above the navel and below the breastbone area. Okay. This is the area where you feel like your power and your self-confidence. It also has a lot to do with your metabolism and your digestion. Interesting, because that's all in that same section of the body, right? So when people are telling me that they're having issues with like things like acid reflux or their stomach's upset, anything that's more in the upper digestive area, I'm gonna recommend the cheer oil. Or maybe like adrenals, kidneys can be orange or yellow ones, because it's kind of on the border of each. But those are all great reasons to use the cheer oil. When you're kind of out of balance in this area, you can have difficulty making decisions. If you find yourself like, sometimes I know that I've been like this before, where I feel like I can't even make a basic decision about like what shirt to wear, what I want to eat. I'm just like, whatever, because I'm just struggling in this area, struggling with my self-confidence. Or you could have anger issues. People that are really struggling with, and really probably could use this oil, can be struggling with anger issues. You may see them manifest that in like road rage, or just kind of like the kicking the dog syndrome, where they're mad and so they're going to take it out of the dog or the wife or the kid or however, and not being able to direct their anger at what they're actually upset about. So let's see. Yeah, so again, this has to do with also the power of transformation. If you need to make changes in your life, this oil is a really good one to diffuse and inhale. It can help you to make better choices. And so I would say that if you're struggling, like if you want to lose weight and you want to get in shape, both these two oils would be really good to be part of your regimen. And I would put this lower abdomen and upper, and that's going to help you to make better choices, but it's not going to pick you up off the couch and start moving your body. That's all you. Okay, the oils are just going to help to get you in the right frame of mind so that you can get moving. Okay? All right, let's talk about forgive. And first, let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss any questions. Ba-da-da. Lots of people are here. Okay, great. I see lots of people commenting that they're guests. You were invited by yourself, Carrie? Okay, so I guess you're my guest. All right, so I'll message you later about some goodies from me. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Awesome, they can help burns. Yeah, who knew that until today? I like to test things out. I intentionally burn myself before events so I can just test out the oils. Just kidding, I really don't. Can you use a touch roll oil in a diffuser? You can. It's not the best idea. Okay, so here's what Amy's asking, for those of you who are like, what the heck? So this starter kit comes with these oils in the 5 ml, but we also have these 6 oils that come in the kit. They also come in a roller, and it's a touch roller, which means that it's diluted with fractionated coconut oil. So how can you put this in your diffuser? Because it's in a roller, so it's not going to drip out very easily. And it's got coconut oil, which isn't the best for your diffuser. In a pinch, I would still do it. I would just pull the roller right off the top and pour a little bit very carefully into my diffuser. But these were specifically made for topical use. So that's another way to go. But in this particular case, we're really focusing on the aromatic benefits of it. And so it's just going to be more convenient to have these for your diffuser. Good question. I like your question. I'm going to show you something really cool since you asked such a cool question. I'm going to show you a really nifty little thing that I have here. I love these oils so much that they are the oils that are on my nightstand. These 6 oils that I'm talking about right now. And I have them in the touch rollers, and I have this really cute lipstick holder. Ooh, okay, sorry. And it holds them all 6, and I think that's so perfect. And I have them in the order of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, which is kind of what we're talking about right now. So I just wanted to show you that because it makes me feel happy when I see it every day. Because it's pretty, and it has my colorful, pretty oils in it. And apparently I'm an oil geek now. I have reached that level. So now let's talk about Forgive. Let me check on the time. Oh gosh, we're running out of time. Let me talk faster. Okay, Forgive, really great over the heart. And of course, that section of the body has to do with your heart, your thymus gland, your lungs, and your breasts, and your lymphatic system. So if you're struggling with any of those things, this would be a great oil. Also, when your heart is open, you are easily able to accept other people that are different than you. You're able to forgive people that have made mistakes. You're not holding on to things like grief, anger, jealousy, fear of betrayal, hatred, and unforgiveness towards yourself and others. So actually a study was done by somebody at, I'm not supposed to say where they're from. So somebody from a major, a major research hospital did a study on our emotional oils that has not yet been published. Once it's published, we can talk about it. And they found that of all the emotional oils, that Forgive was universally the most effective on almost all emotions. So really, if you had to pick one of these 6 oils to own, I don't know how. That's like choosing which kid's your favorite, you know. For me, that's easy. I have one. But Forgive is really the most effective. And so for that reason, we all use it every day in our house because we know it's the most effective emotional blend that we have. Okay? It smells a little weird. You have to get used to it. And I tell you, if you put it in the diffuser, go easy. And that goes for Console and Forgive. Those two, like, do 1 or 2 drops until you realize, like, how strong it's going to be. All right? Okay, let's talk about Peace real quick. Peace, I love this oil. And we all use this one in our house every day, too. And we put it over the throat. This has a lot to do with your thyroid, parathyroid, your jaw, your neck, your mouth, your tongue, your larynx. So anything to do with like using your voice, your communication. So you can imagine the emotional implications, like if you're having trouble speaking the truth, you feel like you say what people want you to say, like when your husband's like, where do you want to eat? And you're like, oh, I don't care, but you're really, really craving Thai food. Okay, that's like a really not important example, but you know what you get what I'm saying. Not being able to tell people how you really feel or ask for what you need and ask for what you want. So this oil is a great one. It's also a great one for people who have sort of the opposite problem. They speak without thinking and without realizing how it's affecting other people. And so it helps you to speak with love and gentleness and kindness, faith and understanding. And so this is just a really good one, and it smells really nice too. And this is the one one of the ones I used on my burn. Also, another thing that's in this area of your body, besides like your jaw, so like if you have like TMJ issues, sinus issues, this is a really good one. But another thing that's here is your carotid arteries. And I think that might be a good reason, a big reason why people have seen that this is really supportive of healthy blood pressure. And that would be a good place to apply. It would be along that artery area. Cool deal. And then the last one is Console. And this one I like to put here in the center of the forehead. This is the comforting blend. And so a lot of times I have used this when I have lost pets, family members, just when I'm having trouble dealing with stuff. And the other thing is that this has a lot to do with like the lower part of the brain, your eyes, your head, your pituitary gland, which controls your hormone function. So bear that in mind of another reason you could be using Console. And it also has to do with your intuition, like knowing what you should do and knowing how you knowing when something's not right without like having a real reason to, you know, put your finger on, like, I'm not going to go into business with this person because, or I need to block this person on Facebook because something's not right here. You know what I mean? This person doesn't have my best interest or my family's best interest. This person's doesn't have the best intentions towards my marriage. Like, sometimes you just have that intuition and you have to trust yourself. The more you really spend time quietly reflecting and learning to trust and listen to that inner voice, that sense of intuition will be stronger. And this oil can really help with that. This is a great one if you want to have really awesome dreams at night, and just like, almost like you're having like almost like you're watching a movie, those kind of dreams. This is a great one to diffuse at night. If you don't want to have those kinds of dreams, probably not the best one to diffuse at night. But I will tell you, I've lost multiple pets. I've lost 4 pets in the last 3 years. We're very close to our pets. We had infertility for 15 years, so we didn't have any kids. And our pets were our family until my body miraculously healed itself, and I now have my 3-year-old son. But our pets all we had them all at the same time, and so they all kind of started passing away around the same time just from being older. And each time I have a heavily diffused console and put it on my forehead and really used it a lot, and it has very much helped me to deal with the loss. So this is a great one to share with people that are grieving as well. Let's see. Yeah, so those are the 6 oils. And I will say, for those of you who kind of know about like the body and how it works, there's a whole nother section on the top of your head that we didn't talk about, and there's not an oil for that. And I think that's because we really recommend that you use some of our single oils like frankincense, sandalwood, spikenard. Those are fantastic for that section of the brain and for your relationship to God, your spiritual practice, and also your relationship to your biological or earthly father. And so hopefully you'll be able to get some of those oils later on. But if you want to get started with doTERRA real quickly, this is, like I said, an amazing month because this kit is 20% off. There's also 5 other kits that are 20% off, so you don't have to just start with this one. This is just the one we're focusing on tonight. If you'd like to get started with one of these, I just want you to know we don't require you to sell oils in order to be a wholesale member. We don't require you to order every month. Everything in doTERRA is optional. That's why there's an O. O is for optional. And so everything we do is optional. But what's cool is you get to participate in a lot of really cool stuff, and the person who is best going to help you to get started is the person who invited you to take a look at this video. They cared enough about you to do that, so they're going to help you get started. And I'll tell you, each person that helps somebody to get into doTERRA with their wholesale membership, they usually offer their own benefits and promos as well. And so a lot of times they will offer you a free book if you get a starter kit. They will maybe offer you another free product or whatever, but almost pretty much across the board, they're going to invite you to be some part of some sort of a support system of people. So I know when you buy essential oils off a shelf, number one, they're not going to be the quality. They're just not. We're the only essential oil company that is verified pure. You can pick up every single oil. These aren't singles, but if they were singles, you could look at the number on the bottom and type it into a website and verify the purity of these oils. And so you're not going to get the quality, but you're also not going to get any people when you buy an oil off a shelf. And when you buy an oil and you don't have a membership, you don't get the people. And the people are seriously like they're at the same quality as the oils, because we can get our science from a book and we can get our oils, but that support and that community and learning from each other's personal experiences and stories and testimonials is powerful. So powerful. The best thing and the smartest thing I've ever done in my entire life, besides use essential oils, is build a network of people that we all support and love each other. And there have been many times, including the last 4 months, it's actually been closer to 5 months, where my father had a massive heart attack. I had this terrible car accident, and the support of this community has been wonderful. And there's always going to be a few people that are they're just haters. Bless them. They need some forgive. They need lots and lots of forgive. They probably should drink it with a straw. Just kidding. It's not for internal use. There's always haters, but we have tens of thousands of people who love each other in this community and who love John and me. as the leaders of this community, and they're for us and they're supportive of us, and that is the majority. And we're not going to focus on, we're going to use our forgive and not focus on the like 5 haters. We're going to focus on the tens of thousands of people who love us. And that's what comes with your community when you're a wholesale member at doTERRA. And that's what we want to invite you to become a part of. Before I go, last reminder, because we are going to draw for this right as soon as the event is over. If this is your very first time being on a Magic Beans event and you are not a wholesale doTERRA member, comment below and say, I am a guest of, and put the person's name. If there's not a person, you just like magically showed up here, then just say, I'm a guest of the page. And if you're my personal guest, I'm going to find you and message you and offer you a free gift. So check out your private message. I'm going to post some instructions in the title of the video if you want to check out some more information about how to get started with me. And be sure to ask the person who invited you to the video to help you get started. Unless it's me, then ask me. Okay? Have a great night. I'll be back here next Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central. Love you guys. Shine on.